Hi everyone. So today we'll be talking about how to create mobile applications and websites inside the Figma. Also we'll be covering the very basics of Figma also for beginners only. Actually a lot of you guys texted me on my YouTube and even commented on my YouTube videos and texted me on my Instagram to create a tutorial for the Figma. So here we are. Today I'm creating the tutorial for you guys. So this will be very brief tutorial. I'll be just covering very basics just for the beginners. So slowly I'm thinking to create the series about it. So we'll start from the zero and slowly and gradually we'll move ahead and we'll go with until advanced also, right? So without wasting any time, let's straight jump into that. Okay, we all know that why we use Figma. First of all, it's free, it's a powerful tool, it comes with a lot of plugins, it comes with a lot of free UI kits or everything, because it has a big community. Even myself post a lot of stuff free on Figma community, so that people can just use it, and it's good. Also, you don't need to install any software in your system. You can just open the Chrome or any browser and type figma.com. You're good to go, right? So here you go to the figma.com and you create your account here. Maybe you can go with the Google or you can enter your email password. So once you are done with the sign up, yeah, same. So once you are done with the sign up, you'll get something. See, I personally prefer to use software, because this way I'm able to keep all my inspirations in the Chrome, like in a separate tab, like in a different screen, and my design in a different screen. So that's much more easier for me, and also that's not too much of a load on Chrome, so that it doesn't crash also, right? So once you log in to your Figma and you create a new blank file, so this is something you will end up getting, just a blank screen here, right? And here just a second, I'll show you. Yeah, just like that you'll be getting this. So here we'll have the pages, here we'll have the layers if we'll be adding the layers. Here are the assets. That's basically for next level. So for today we'll be not covering everything here, so let's leave the assets for some other tutorial. We'll go with the basics, okay? So here are the tools, basic tools which we will be using. Here we'll see the properties for any layer, whatever we'll create. For example, let's say I have created this rectangle, so I'll see the positioning, layout, appearance, fill, stroke, effect, and if you want to export that, right? So everything. And see, the best practice to start the design, which I have done and which even I do still now, I do that, and I suggest a lot of people to do. You go to any website, maybe you go to the Dribble, Behance, Godly, or Pinterest, maybe any website, and find a design that you like, that you think it's good and you want to design something like that. Download the same image, paste into your Figma. If you can find the file, that would be really great, like maybe on the Figma community. And if not, then maybe the images from the copying the same design from the image will be a little difficult, but that's how you learn stuff, right? So for example, this mobile app design here, I have only created it and I have the proper file for it. So in fact, I'll be linking the same file in the description below, so you can just click and download the same file. There are two more screens with that, and you can replica the same design so that you can learn it. Sorry, I carried away with some other thing. So how does this thing work? So whenever we are copying the exact same design from some other designer, we end up in some sort of a problem which we have never tackled. So we then find the solution for that, maybe from the YouTube or somewhere else, and that's how we learn. or if we don't even end up in any problem, at least we are designing something which is already really good. So once we design the same thing and then we see side by side that if my design is looking as good as the other design, or I'm missing out something, it gets easier for us to for as a designer, learning designer, to understand and to make enhancement in my skills, right? Let's create the design here now. So first I'll click on the A or F to find out the frames on your this tab, or even you can just click on this icon here. So frames are basically your screens, like a desktop. In the desktop section we have all these. There are a lot of options, and as we are creating the mobile screen, so we'll be using this one. Okay, also to see sorry, this one is created in iPhone 14, 15 and 15 Pro. That's quite a big size. This one Pro, yeah, this one. But me personally suggest to opt for the smaller screen sizes. For example, SE, iPhone SE. Reason, when you are actually working on a project, I suggest to opt for a smaller screen size. Reason, it's easier for the developers to expand your design and not break it down, but it's quite difficult for a developer to decrease the size of your design and then break it, right? So it's better if we create the design for smaller screens, but then eventually we move for the upper screens. Like if we are creating a website, obviously we'll be creating the mobile first, then tablet, and then the website design. But here in the mobile app we just need to create only one design because it's just mobile app, right? But for this tutorial I'll be using this again, iPhone 14, 15 Pro, because that's already what I'm using, and in this video I'll be not spending too much of a time and I'm not taking too much of time of your guys, so we'll be able to create it faster, right? So just click on the frame you want to work with, and we have the frame where we'll be working, right? So here we can add the colors, or we can change the appearance, all this stuff, right, which we don't really need yet. Layout, there is auto layout also, will be going there in later tutorials, not yet. That's the positions and everything. Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. So when I click on the existing design, you see we have a fill here. Okay, I have exported this design also. And what are the colors I'm using in this screen? All the colors I'm using in this screen are here. Okay, but the base color of this screen is this, so I'll be copying that. I'll select my screen, click on the fill, copy paste, and simple. If you see in this screen, I have this thing also. If you guys can see, it's a little grainy texture with some blur green also, but we won't be doing that, okay, here, at least in this tutorial, because we are, as a beginner, I want to do the things as simple as possible. Okay, so here we'll be needing a circle on our right corner. You click on this, beside this rectangle we have this very small arrow. You click on that, you select the ellipse. Okay, or you just click O on your keyboard and you will be able to draw a circle. But when I draw a circle, it's not like very symmetrical, right? So we have to hold shift, so it will be symmetrical, equal height and width, right? So let's stick to this. Maybe let's keep it here. It's a very simple app, so we'll be adding just 2 text fields here. If I click on T, I'm able to write down the text, or we can click here also, write text, achieve your goals. Here we go. But it's over, it's going out of our screen, right? So here's the solution for that. Just grab this thing, shorten it, simple, right? So we'll be aligning it a little, but see, achieve your goals. That's how it is. We can either increase it little so that it fits, or we can just change the font size. Also, you can click on the existing font so that you can get to know that which font family, what is the weight and size and line height we are using here. Okay, there are so many more options with the typography tool. Like all this, you can keep them all uppercase, then lowercase, then title case, and small font caps. Oh, that's new. Today only I realized. Yeah, that's new for me also. Okay, so all these things are there. So we will be covering it later. Which color we are using? This one. I'll click this. Copy paste. So far so good. So to copy paste any element in the Figma, we can click any what you call layer, click on Command C and Command V, or Control C Control V in Windows, and there we have it. Or what I mostly do is I press and hold Alt and drag any element I want. That eventually duplicates it. Okay, with your friends. For this one we are using manrope 2637. Okay, manrope 2736, right, and 2637. Okay, and this is the color, and this color. So the space, to see the space between these guys, you just click any element, press and hold Alt, and then hover on the layer from where you want to calculate the distance. So that is 30 pixels. Okay, 30 pixels. Okay, somewhere around 30 pixels, right? So far so good. We'll add the images later. Okay, I'll tell you how to add that, and that's the most amazing part of it, because we will be not leaving the Figma. We'll be just doing all of it inside the Figma. We don't need to go open a Chrome, go to some different website, maybe Unsplash, and find the images and then paste it here. That's too long process. Figma makes a lot of things easier. We'll be now we'll be creating this style. Let's create a rectangle of approximately this size, right? So here we have border radius. We can increase it to make it rounded, or there is one more solution to that. When you these dots also, when you zoom into any rectangle you have created, zoom into that, you'll find 4 dots on 4 of the corners. You just click and drag based on whatever design you like. You can keep it there also. But as we are creating a replica of this one, like complete replica, we'll move it all the way to down. Okay, let's align it. So similarly, we have a circle and some text inside. The same design is there. Like this is same Glock and I assume manrope. Yeah, right. So I'll use this only. Let's write 35 minutes, then work out. Its font size is 14, and this one is 27. 27. What was it? 14. One more thing, if you see, that's a long text to fit in, right? So how do we change it? Here is the trick. Not a trick, basically that's a feature here. So it's auto width. Basically it hugs the text, whatever you are writing, it will be hugging that. Then we have the fixed width one. You can increase the width, but whatever you'll be writing after enter, it will keep increasing the height. Okay, and there is one fixed height and width. So after this, whatever you write, it will be out of your text field, right? So yeah, but we'll be keeping it as hug. Same goes for this one. It was 8 pixel. 8 pixels, then we'll move it here. Okay, just I noticed, see on the layers panel we have a rectangle here, then we have the text underneath that. How we can move that text upside the rectangle? From the layers panel you can just move it up and it'll do the work, or on your keyboard you can press on this rectangle, right rectangle bracket. How do I show you? If you right click on the layers, see, bring to front, this tiny rectangle on your keyboard, you can click on that, or by this way also, which I just showed you, and that will do the work. Okay, now it's time for the colors. See, it's using a gradient here. We can use a gradient, that's not a difficult task to do, or we can just use a simple color also. One more way to do the coloring thing is either we copy it from there and then paste it, but if we are copying a design from a image file, then you won't be able to do it, right? Then for that you click on the fill, then this eyedropper tool, and you can select any color you want, right? Or there is one more way, you select the layer you want to color, click on I from your keyboard, and then you have the eyedropper, then you select the color you want to edit, right? And if you have a Figma file from which you want to copy the whole design, you can do the Command Alt C, or on Windows I guess it's Control Alt C, to copy the properties of that particular layer. Then click on the layer you want to paste, is Command Alt V. It's done, right? It saves a lot of time, but I won't suggest for you, because if I'm a beginner, I want to do all the stuff manually, so that I can learn and have a very strong basics in Figma, which will eventually help me in creating something of my own, right? So we won't be doing that. Okay, so there, if we click on the fill, there is gradient on the top. You can add the solid colors, you can add the gradients, image or video. So we are creating a gradient. You click on the gradient, you can rotate your gradient as per your needs, right? This way you can just flip it also, and you can change the this how far you want to go it or not. So let's keep it this here. If I click here, then eyedropper tool and select this, and sort of I have the colors same gradient, right? So I'll select this. When you select two different layers with the two different colors, you won't see the fill here because we have the different colors here, but you'll see the selection colors here. So you can just copy and paste, we are good to go, right? Also we can group the layers by pressing Command G or Control G. Keep it here. We need a circle, so the height of this thing is I'll keep it the same height. Now here's the challenge. If I want to keep the space between this circle and this one, let's assume I want to keep the space of 10 pixel. I reduce the size by 20 pixel so that I can keep the space from all of the sides, right? Instead of increasing it, it's better to decrease it, right? Yeah, we have created it like pretty much there. Yeah, seems right only. So we'll select all these images, Control G, we'll group it. Now we'll duplicate all of them this way, then maybe here, here, and here. It's just we need to add the colors and the images, right? To again, we'll be adding the colors by clicking on this. For the gradient, you cannot use just click on I on your keyboard and use eyedropper tool. For the gradient, you eventually have to click on the fill, then select the gradient you want to edit, then use the eyedropper tool. Okay, that's what I'll be doing very fast. I'll fast forward this thing for you guys. Okay, see, it's majorly about the colors. As a beginner, I was always struggling to work with the colors. I was not able to choose the good colors. I have created something in my very initial stage using the same color, which my sister loves, by the way. This is for you. But it was horrible. But yeah, how we use the colors can make it really beautiful also, right? Now the fun part, adding the images. To add the avatars, just click on this tiny little icon here called action. You can press Command K. Whenever you hover on something, it tells you the shortcut also. Okay, so for now we have used this tool, which is by clicking on V, which is move around the things, right? This is for the frames. There are more tools underneath that. We'll cover that later on, not yet. It's not a complicated stuff. We used this one, this ellipse and rectangle. Others are like for star, arrow and line. We'll use that later only. Then we have a pen tool to create custom shapes, right, if we require that. And then the text tool, which we have used, and this is comment. That's basically if I want to keep the comment that maybe Harpreet, this need to check, right? So this way I can tag different people that this is a comment and you need to work on this and all. So that's basically more like feedback, or I sometimes use this to keep reminders for myself for some design, and or sometimes I use it to tell the developers that this is how this thing will be working. And this little icon action, that's really magic. You click on that, you'll find a lot of stuff here. It's fine. We'll use that. We'll go to the plugins for now. We'll click here and search for avatars. There are so many plugins. I majorly use these 3 plugins. Okay, so for now we'll be going for the UI faces. That's quite a good plugin. Just click on the shape you want to add images and click on the image, right? It's as simple as that. There you go. It's fun, it's easy. See, I haven't used any other application to do that. It's just you go there, you click, and you're good to go. Here we are. Somewhere similar. It's quite good. If me as a beginner would have started doing it, it would have taken a lot of time, and there could be so many difficulties for me. But this approach I always suggest everyone, even me as a advanced designer, I still use the same approach, because there are so many creative people out there. They are creating so many good stuff. From my story only, I never worked with the 3D elements before. Like I used the 3D images in the Figma, but never created the 3D website. But whenever I see the 3D websites, I was like, I don't know how these guys are doing. Then eventually I did some of the research, and I got to know that the people are using Zepline and they are using Dora.run. I did a little more deep dig, and then I found a couple of tutorials, and I literally replicated the same website to Dora so that I can actually learn how does it work, right? And here we are. I personally feel that's the best way to learn the things, and I would suggest to you guys also, because it worked for me, and I hope that it will be working for you guys also. So this is it for the day. I'll be adding these files in the description. You can go ahead and download it. It's totally free for you guys. And if you have any question, you are stuck on any problem, just comment below, or DM me on my Instagram. I'll be mentioning it below, maybe some corner. Okay, and that's it. We are good to go, right? And also please subscribe this channel. I make videos like this only, which is gonna help you guys. Recently I have created the videos for advanced beginners to create creative card designs, and your support means a lot to me. It keeps me motivated, and it's free for you, in fact, right? So cheers, have a good day, bye bye.